So, what makes Wagyu beef different from other beef? So, everyone talks about Wagyu beef. We go crazy about it, but not a lot of people talk about why it's actually different from other beef. So, what makes Wagyu different from conventional beef? So, it's not just a Japanese marketing ploy. It's not a scam, which we hear all the time. You're going to be saying that. It's really, there's a science behind why it tastes good, why it cooks differently, why it feels differently on your mouth. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll understand why a lot of people are obsessed with it and maybe why you should give it a shot. So the main thing that makes Wagyu beef different from your conventional beef is genetics, okay? At the core, it's all about the genetics. So they're genetically predisposed to actually having that intramuscular fat, okay? So on that New York strip that you get, it has that nice fat cap on top. So Wagyu beef has that fat cap too, but also has amazing intramuscular marbling inside the meat, okay? It's almost like it's a spider web through there, okay? Some of it just looks amazing. So they're genetically predisposed to build that in their muscles, all right? So it's almost like woven in there like a spider web. Like I said, it's like veins of butter, okay? So when it's cooked, all of those, all of that intramuscular fat melts down, it disperses throughout the meat, and it really gives you that buttery mouthfeel. It just gives you that melt in your mouth flavor. So it's not all hype. It's about biology. It's about how these cows are built different than your conventional cows. Okay, so the texture, the flavor, the experience. What does it really mean when you eat Wagyu beef? So that texture is that smooth, that buttery, and it is going to be so tender. That's one thing that I really love about it, is you can find a super tender cut on a Wagyu cow that you wouldn't find in a conventional beef cow. Every bite is going to be like that umami, and the flavor is it's deep, it's rich, it's beefy, it's buttery, and it's almost like depending on where it's raised at, right? So if something is raised in Japan and it has that A5 quality, like some of the top in the world, it's going to be a lot butterier than maybe an F1 cross that's raised in the United States, which might be 100% Wagyu, genetics bred with an Angus cow, okay, that was raised on grass and finished on corn. Okay, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be beefier. Okay, it's going to have that great buttery flavor, maybe not as tender, but it's still going to have more of those qualities than conventional beef. So it really depends on where it's raised. I've had some Australian Wagyu that I could almost like taste the terroir in Australia, almost like wine. All right, I know it sounds nerdy, but I was like, wow, this tastes a lot different from American Wagyu. So it really does depend where it comes from as far as the flavor goes, but most of the time when you get a Wagyu cow, it's going to have that buttery texture, that flavor, that just tender texture that melts in your mouth, umami, and beefy, buttery deliciousness. Like I said, that's why a lot of people are obsessed with it, because it's just really, really freaking good beef. So how is Wagyu beef different than conventional beef? Well, let's get into some of the health misconceptions. So we're going to get into a ton of the health benefits down the road in future videos. There's so much to talk about. There's research coming out all over the place about the heart healthy benefits of Wagyu beef. It's really incredible. But let's just kind of go over some of the main ones, okay? So I know when people are looking at a piece of A5 Wagyu and it's just full of fat, it's like 50 to 55% fat, they think that it's just terrible fatty beef, okay? Even when you're looking at a full-blood Wagyu ribeye, it's going to have that spider web effect of the Wagyu, the fat's running through the muscle. It's going to look amazing. And you might look at it and say, well, this is really terrible, right? I'm going to need to see my heart doctor after this. No. So actually it's a monounsaturated fat. Okay, so it's closer to that salmon fats, that healthy olive oil fats, and it has those heart healthy, those omega-3s, 6s, and 9s. So it really is an actual healthy fat, if you can believe it. I know people just don't believe it when they're looking at this thing and they're like, this is crazy, this is full of fat, there's no way this thing can be good for me. Now, of course, like everything in moderation, okay? Don't go out and eat a pound of A5 Wagyu and think, wow, I'm really being good for my heart. This is really good. This is really healthy for me, okay? So everything in moderation. Still should probably eat your vegetables, but if you're eating this Wagyu, it actually has really good health benefits in the fat, okay? So some of those misconceptions, throw those out the window. We're going to talk about a lot of this in future videos about the health benefits, but everything in moderation. Don't be scared of it. It's actually is a nice salmon, olive oil, healthy fat.